CGM Studios presents the Blee Blunt Show.
Zoom lens efficiently and accurately. We are in the Artist Loft building on the issue entitled It's Our City, Sack Edition. To Blee Blunt Show with none other than Sushi.
I don't have the Go Sushi button, I'm sorry.
You don't?
No.
Why?
I just don't have it on deck like that. I don't have like an invisible... I need Google Glass.
I don't know if I'm taking stripes up behind that, but I think we're going to go ahead and let that ride. But I needed that pin, bro. But what we're here to do is put a beacon on one of the most selfless DJ, host, indie artist, rap, chef, babysitter, dog walking, fashion impresario. Yeah, is that? I just learned that recently. My vernacular, I'm getting up. But we're here for the city, man, and I'm glad you came through, man. So
yo, I'm glad you came through. This is a.
I had to, man. It's only right. You just, First of all, hold on. When I say selfless, I'm talking about Sushi on the air playing local music, taking a chance with his position to put on for the city. I gotta ask you, brother, first of all, was it any opposition that you were faced with in these walks of putting on for the city in this particular approach?
I thought there was gonna be more, to be real.
Oh.
When I first got into radio and I faced a personal battle, which was, am I going to jump into a field that I've been almost internally against for hell long? Because we'd had the Sack Hates Hip Hop campaign forever. Okay. And it was a very real campaign. And
right.
And this is, especially we talked about, this is at the time when hip hop couldn't get booked at shows and venues stopped letting people play hip hop. But now you walk into a venue that it was, and I don't want to name names because I don't want to screw up any possible sponsorship, so I can't do it.
Shots subliminally fired.
You watch any of these shoe shine clubs, and they all in the middle of the night are playing Juvenile. And bro, come on, man.
So what you're saying is that it's cool to strain the juices of the struggle from a distance.
Yeah.
But they don't really want all the elements that it involves.
Right. So when I was jumping into this field, I thought I was going to be hit with so much backlash. And on top of that, I'd come into this station that to Hot 103.5 at the time was a full-on pop station. So I thought I was going to face so much like he sold out backlash, and instead people took it as like, yo, somebody infiltrated.
Right?
Somebody got in.
I didn't feel like none of that shit you just said. I was like, yeah, he's finna go up there and roll his sleeves up. And he's gonna bring a certain approach and a blue ribbon approach to the craft and the culture that this city represents.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you, man. Bruh, I swear to God, man. And it's this selfless thing that you've been doing, you know what I mean? Like I said, we can name a bunch of artists. I mean, from Chewy to Bueno to Gatlin to Lil Darion to the trajectory has been all over. You show love. No one in this fucking city cannot say you haven't shown love. What's shocking to me and more disappointing is that you're the youngest one that's ever done it. Beside the Big Kid Boots we spoke about earlier. I believe Famous did his thing too. Here's what differentiates you from them. You are actually one of us. You are a curator. You have your carpenter's belt on. You are MC. So that's a little bit different. Not taking anything away from that, but it's just a different set of sensibilities, man.
Yeah.
And so we felt that. I'm pumping. You got shit pumping local with it. 10 o'clock? Bro, that's unheard of. Yo, in this city, we couldn't do that till like fucking what?
And
1 in the morning?
And it was actually 9.
Oh, 9? 9? Yo, it was 9? What was your time slot?
9. So I was on air 7 to midnight, and that was the break in the middle. So 9 to 10.
9. Oh, that is crazy, bro.
It was pretty wild. I gotta there's major love to the homie Danny C, who was the DJ who was running with me at the time that we first started doing all that.
Shout out Danny C. What up, yo?
Bro, Danny for one, he's a mentor for a lot of the DJs that are even around the city right now.
Word. And
the way he programs music is really dope. And the thing that he was really looking for all the time, and it was something that really inspired me at the time, was he was like, yo, we're not, and he was like, don't let people get it twisted and think we're just playing local records.
Right.
We're playing local records that fit on a national scale.
First of all, that's another thing I was gonna say. The way you approached it, you would have Wale, C+. Fuck, man. I mean, you would jumble it into where you didn't even know that it was local. And then, you wouldn't even make an announcement all the time. Now, you wouldn't even say that. You would just be like, yeah, after the song played, yeah, that was his C+. You wouldn't make a big thing first. You hear it in the mixture. So I looked at it as just, putting the vitamins in the cat food, man.
Yeah. And so it was really dope because I was able to work with Danny like that because he was the one who was actually mixing, but we would work together on figuring out like, yo, this is somebody you need to be up on. This needs to happen and this needs to happen. I remember the one night that he played Mozzie on the station, bro. I tell you, I got so many death threats on that phone line that night, bro. So if you want to talk about opposition, I did.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You took some chances. I heard that. I didn't know it was like that, though, fam.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like in the heat, you did this shit in the clutch of the controversy. Because now it's kind of died down a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
But you did it in the peak of that shit, taking a chance for good music.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's good music, man.
I was, honestly, that night, I was like, hey, bro. It was cool that we did that tonight.
Head on the swivel like we good, man.
Yeah, I don't think these windows are bulletproof right now. We got to be wary of all this. So,
but regardless of it, Mozzie or C+ or whatever, we commend you on taking the chance. That's the thing about it. And what year did you start anyway? You 103.5.
I started there. It was late 2013, so like at the very, very end, and I did my first official on-air shift at the top of 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so like clearly you're still an artist. This has put you still in the path of greatness. That a potential liaison to a situation where you can be a Sushi can be all it can be. Does that ever like just dawn on you to like, man, I'm really in a great fucking position,
dude? All the time.
Not only, hold on. First of all, he leveled up, y'all. He was let go from 103.5. I seen him out in the park. Sushi wasn't the same bright Sushi that day. It's okay. I scrolled the next day, seen Sushi on 102.5. The new. I said, oh man, he leveled up. I was genuinely happy for the God. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, man. Congratulations, B.
Thank you, bro.
For real, because that's a big thing, man. So you leveled up. Now you on 102.5. About to see how you can shift the gears there and work your magic.
Yeah.
And still, everything's still fresh and tender, but it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. It's definitely a refresher. It's a refreshing feeling, and it also is an actual refresher because they're doing the same thing. They're kind of the station itself is in that transition mode.
Right.
And so, though things ended the way they did at Hot 103.5, I know that I learned a lot from that process, and I learned a lot about. I mean, that was a station that really is very ground level and like boots to the ground. Like you really have to understand.
Shit, yeah.
So you actually have to understand how everything works because you're all you got in that building. And now I'm put in a position where I just have so many tools.
Tools, Sushi. Okay, look, you still are in this environment with a lot of artists who have a fraction of the knowledge you've attained. Okay, so what the fuck is one package that all MCs should know about?
A DJ pack.
What the fuck is that?
Bro, okay. Let's say Clink Drinks.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good single.
Appreciate it.
So if you're going to put out Clink Drinks, you put out the dirty version, you put out the clean version. You don't put it out, but you have it in a pack. A dirty version, a clean version, a dirty version with an intro, like a walk-up, so a DJ can blend it to from the next song.
What? A dirty version for a walk-up. Now you're getting
with technical. A walk-up. So it's like like you basically like an 8-bar intro but it's just instrumental 8 bars.
Ooh. Y'all taking notes, I hope, because this is intricate. Continue, brother, please.
So you do the dirty, the clean, the dirty with the 8-bar intro, and the clean with the 8-bar intro. You have a DJ pack.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm not going to sit there like I did. Why do you think cats don't know this? Why are they hiding the information? Are they hiding it, or are we just too focused on our rap uniform, our chains, our bars, our essence, and not concerned with the intricate elements of the business? Or why don't cats know that?
It's
man?
Definitely like it definitely has a lot to do with the fact that people don't. Everybody wants to be the next What Chance did. They want to be able to say, like, I did this fully independent. Right. I didn't have to do it this way. I didn't have to go by the rules that the industry has laid out. But like I said earlier before we started rolling, there's an industry standard for a reason. There's a reason why there are certain ways that songs need to be mixed. There's a reason why you hear somebody's vocals laid in the way they are.
Right.
And there's a reason why DJs have certain services so they can pick up songs, and there's a reason how they get them.
And when you don't have that proper rollout plan, you get fucked in radio.
Yeah, absolutely.
I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have the proper rollout plan as an artist, you get fucked. Sushi just told you. What more do you... We're getting direct pipeline information right here on TBB. Okay, now I gotta ask you. Was it... Well, no. Recently, with this transitional period that you just went through, what about the industry did you learn that you absolutely fucking despise?
Dude, there's a lot of things.
Can't even that's
I can
a big
call
one.
out. No, so let me tell you the thing that I learned both sides of. Like, I learned what I love the most, and I learned what I hate the most. Interviewing artists, I learned so much about myself so fast, bro. I kicked so many bad habits from having bad interviews, bro.
Okay, please, because we're just talking about an interview within an interview. So what did you consider your approach to a bad interview when giving the opportunity to interview artists?
So I'm going to put a name out. Black Bear was the worst interview I've ever had in my life. He showed up. I don't know what he was on or whatever, bro. Dog. And peep this, so Freeze's daughter is there too, right?
Okay.
So Freeze's daughter is a huge fan of this cat Black Bear.
Right.
Up until that day. Because during this interview, I've literally been hosting the crowd that's there. It was an open forum one, so people are like sitting in the crowd so they can actually watch the interview happen.
With the stool and all that shit, yeah.
And so we're at Sky KTV in Old Sac. I'm never gonna forget this interview, bro. This fool walked in and immediately just started acting an ass. He walked behind the DJ booth where there was nothing set up for. He wasn't gonna perform a song or nothing. He just pretended like he was DJing for like a good 5 minutes as everybody's just waiting for him to sit down. Everybody's annoyed with him, including his fans at this point.
Jeez.
He comes and sits down. He doesn't answer any questions I have. He literally burps into the mic in the middle of the interview.
Get the fuck out.
And when I finally gave up, I was like, anybody in the crowd have any questions for this dude?
You don't give a fuck.
And Freeze's daughter asked a question. I don't remember what the question was.
Oh, shit.
He looks at her dead in her eyes, and before even answering it, just goes, next question. Bro, I was like, if Freeze was here, you would have got socked in your mouth, bro.
You got people you're dealing with that are well off. Some people have more money than others or whatever, but more we're drunk with social revenue and the social currency. They don't really have. A lot of these guys don't have the enough money to act like that.
But you know what it really felt like, bro? It felt like this
social currency.
It felt like this cat was trying so hard to give a Tyler interview. Like the way Tyler, the Creator, does interviews. Like when he was on Tim Westwood, and he said his favorite question that Tim Westwood asked him that day was, "What's your favorite dinosaur?" But that was Tyler's persona. Like, right, Tyler is a weirdo.
Right,
like
it's effortless.
Yes.
This guy's pushing.
This dude was trying, bro. He was trying so hard, and I hated that to the max. And the thing that was crazy is then I have a cat like OMB Peasy pull up in my studio one night, and I'm interviewing with this dude, and it's the coolest interview I've ever done because he's hella. And we're talking about a cat that's like in sack.
Yeah. And
like he's building his clout. Definitely. This isn't a cat who's looking for it. He's building it.
Right.
Bro, we're having a conversation. I said, bro, I told him straight up. I was like, I just really I want you to know that I appreciate that you're being hella open about everything and that this interview is like you being an open book to everything. He was like, I don't understand why somebody would come to the radio and not do that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you'd be surprised,
exactly.
Bro, because it happens all the time. Yachty did that to me in an interview.
Okay, so like you just named 4 artists. Can you name like maybe 3 more artists that really just fucking were like just super weird? You didn't know. We still enjoy their music, but these guys are different.
I don't know if I can give you 3, but I do know YG was originally one of them. And this is around. This is when My Crazy Life came out, right? And My Crazy Life, bro, that project was so ill to me.
It was that shit was crazy.
And it was like a real. And when he said this album about to be a West Coast classic, he meant it.
Yeah, no doubt,
bro. He walked into the
What'd he
interview.
do?
So I'm having a cool interview with Mustard, and YG shows up a little bit later because they rolled in separate buses on the tour. Because I think Rock Nation had given Mustard a bus so that he could produce in his bus on tour. So YG pulls up a little bit later. I'm having a really dope interview. We've talked about stuff that I feel like it was the first time that Mustard had even answered questions like that because they're very in-depth to his production process.
Right.
And then YG shows up. He comes into the studio, and everything I ask him or say to him, he was like, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay. That was all of his answers, bro.
So you're asking him a genuine inquiry.
Yes, or I'm like saying something about the album, hoping he's gonna elaborate a little bit.
He's not elaborating.
Nope, not at all. But after the My Crazy Life run, and after the not getting a Grammy nomination and all this, right? I think he started really realizing the importance of his fan base and the people he talks to on the daily. And of course, he's growing and he's maturing as an artist because he's been in the industry long enough to have to do so.
Right.
Bro, when he came back for the Still Brazy, for the whole Still Brazy joint, bro.
Total different attitude.
Totally different, bro.
That's what's up.
Came up, dapped me, and gave me like the bro hug and all that.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I was fucking up.
The interview that he was doing, and the interview he did with Freeze that day he was just letting loose, bro.
That's what's up, man. I mean,
and so like that was one that I was like, I had this bad experience, and then it turned out to be good.
Right.
In the future, and it's a learning process.
Well, I mean, eventually you're gonna have a moment of clarity. Superstar to the fucking roof. You're gonna have to have your moment of clarity. Everybody does. Everybody does. I don't care what star.
Yes.
Swing the pendulum. Everybody has their moment of that moment of clarity. So here's the thing. That gives you a different trajectory and approach here in the city and anywhere. I think you can be anywhere and definitely thrive because you're actually a student of the culture. Like, you really like this shit. You really study the credits. You really want to know the producers. You know producers. A lot of people don't know that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, your fucking colleagues, they're not in it like that, bro. They don't live, eat, and breathe this shit. So that's what a whole different approach is, man. And I think people can see that. And
I think there's a big piece of that it's kind of the majority of what the audience is now.
Right.
Because a lot of cats want to know how to do it themselves.
Right.
We're in that time where plenty of the people who are listening to these artists are trying to do what they're doing. And so if you can give them an in-depth look at that and then somebody comes out extra creative with whatever their new thing is going to be, bro, so be it.
Right.
Like, let's make that happen.
Definitely.
But somebody has to be able to help tell that story. And I think that was where going from artist to host to radio and then jumping back through all of those things kind of cycled in to create something that when I talk to somebody, and that was why the Kyle interview was so good, was because while I'm talking to him about his music, he's realizing that, like, yo, this guy knows a lot about, like, the actual process that goes into it. So all of his answers were based on that.
Right. And it's more of a genuine approach because you respect the craft.
Yeah.
You know how many motherfuckers do press junkets and fucking yawn? They pull sleeping bags out and go to fucking sleep. They're tired. No one, I don't blame them. Sushi, I don't blame them. Everybody's not gonna be sushi, and they're all like, yeah. So it asks refreshing questions or whatever, you know, pertaining to the culture or whatnot. Speaking of the culture, man, you're in ciphers, you're hosting. No, you really, you know, murdering ciphers, hosting. Did you have a few mixtapes? Am I reaching?
I got a couple of them.
Okay, so you had a couple mixtapes on deck. Performing with energy, doing a plethora of events consistently. It's like you have a tool belt filled with all these little tricks and things. Not even tricks as in a disrespectful way, but like awesome things to do pertaining to the culture, man. And I think that people should be taking notes, man. You know, I think they should, bro.
It's definitely something that I kind of fell into how everything happened, but it was something where.
Man, you fell in, man. Like from the cipher to the lab to the hosting to 103. I'm damn, bro. That's elevation, bro.
It was kind of one of those things where, like, whenever a door opened, I ran through it because I would see where it was gonna go.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? If the door creaked, if the fucking door, they said creak.
I was throwing it open, bro.
They said creak the door open and let God in, right? You just said I'm just tearing the whole door off the fucking frame. As soon as if I see the doorknob twist, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just get me in here. I like that though. That's what's up, and that's the approach, man. That's why you got your. That's why you're on your what? On your second win now.
Yeah.
You on your second win. That's a second win right there.
Yeah.
Salute
absolutely.
to once again, brother. For
Thanks,
real.
man.
Yeah, man. Look, y'all right here zoom lens into sustainable information. Courtesy of Blee Blunt, Blizio the General, Sushi, the technician. I mean, it's our city. Sack edition. Don't ever fuck around, ever play, roll your sleeves up. And when you see this man, you at the right party. For real. And you got the podcast. He had a podcast, y'all, with my man
Sean Lamar.
With Sean Lamar from DeLorean. That's when y'all doing that. Y'all got like a little regimen with that. Is it every Thursday or is it?
Nah, we're working out a new schedule right now.
Okay,
we're working out a new schedule, but it's every 2 weeks. We just had a little bit of a break because we did the Soul Bloom thing, and so coming off of that, we took a little bit of a break so we can kind of jump back into a new schedule. So.
Okay, so they can hit you on Instagram at SOOS.
Nope, it's at Hella Soosh.
You know what? I forgot. How
Come on, man! I gotta brand it for right here.
How dare I? And that's the Hella. Is that 2 L's or is that 3 L's, 4 L's?
It's 2 L's.
I
kept it simple, man.
Okay. Hella Sushi.
Hella Soosh.
Hella Soosh. Not even
no E.
Just Hella Soosh.
HELLASOOSH.
Instagram. Hit it up. That's gonna be in the link. Your podcast. Also,
Good Company Radio.
Good Company Radio, and check out Sushi. What's your schedule now on 102? Do you know yet when you're gonna be on there?
I'm gonna be 7 to midnight, but for right now, I'm doing afternoons.
Right now, afternoons. Lock in with Soosh. 102.5. I swear to God, man, it's our city. Sack edition. You feel me? Fuck around with me, man.
Yo, I got you. Stoner Gang rock out. What up, P? What up, Plus? What up, Billion?